Chances are, in the next 10 years, these polar bears will be gone. They need Arctic sea ice for their survival, and it is melting quickly. Scientists say it should all be gone in the next 10 years.
The loss of sea ice in the Arctic is profoundly important to us because we've taken a reflector the size of continental United States minus Arizona and turned that giant reflector into a giant absorbing machine that takes the sunlight from the sky and makes more heat in the oceans.
Larry Schweiger has been traveling and collecting some disturbing evidence about how fast the Earth's climate is warming. The news is almost all bad. As permafrost melts, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, and methane escapes from millions of lakes in summer and leaks through the ice in winter, the equivalent of 28 million tons of CO2 each year. When changes in the atmosphere, oceans, and places like Alaska start accelerating, the impacts are felt everywhere. In Greenland, ice is melting so quickly that the equivalent of 2 Nile rivers is pouring into the Atlantic Ocean every year. Just one of the factors that is contributing to a sea level rise that scientists say will reach 6 feet by the end of the century. People living in New York, Mumbai, and Tokyo, to name just a few, will have to move. And here, the color red shows how much land near New Orleans is projected to be underwater. And then there's the impact on plant and animal life. 1 million species predicted to be extinct by 2050. Schweiger notes that robins are showing up in the Arctic where native people have never seen them before. The moose population of Minnesota has dropped from 4,000 to about 100 in just 25 years. Fires in Australia and California burn pretty much all year round, and that means even more carbon is getting into the atmosphere. Schweiger wrote a book about all this called Last Chance.
I have struggled with the notion that global warming acts like a thief in the night, that it's moving in a very stealth-like way, and that people might not react quick enough to the urgency of this threat.
Schweiger wants his book to be a wake-up call, to act before it's too late. For This American Land, this is Bruce Burkhardt.